God is the umpire. In an unbeliever's marriage, the devil is an umpire. While I told us in the morning that it is hard when you submit to the will of God, and I said it is harder when you do not submit to the will of God and you submit to the will of the devil. When you are married to a child of God, as a child of God, you are into a covenant. And God is the supervisor of that covenant. So when I mistreat my wife, God sees it. When you mistreat your husband, God sees it. And that is why when there is problem in the home, your prayer cannot be answered. Because God is a witness. The Bible says, I'm a witness between you and the wife of your youth. Have you read that in Malachi before? It says, I'm a witness between you and the wife of your youth. So God is a witness. God is a third party in every marriage of a Christian. In every Christian marriage, God is a what? God is a third party. He's a witness. And that is why when you just beat your wife, for example, and you now go to the mountain to go and pray, bro, return to the valley and go and reconcile with your wife. You just had a heated argument. A heated argument that resulted into big misunderstanding, and then both of you turn different ways and say you are praying. He is not going anywhere. That kind of prayer will not ascend anywhere. God will not hear that kind of a prayer. God is not going to honor that kind of prayer. One of the things you must make right, not one of the things, the best thing as a man to make right is your relationship with your wife. The best thing to make right is your relationship with your husband. Because that's one of the things that can be the greatest hindrance to your prayer being answered. So we must understand that marriage is not a contract. It is a covenant. I said people who operate contract-based marriage, they give up when the other partner fails in his own terms and conditions. When the other partner fails in his own terms and conditions, they give up. For example, the illustration I was making the other time, I've told you to tar this road down the street, and then I gave you the 40% mobilization. I refused to give the 30% at the point when I was supposed to release it. The contract will stop. If I've given 40% and then you have done what is worth 40%, I can't go and lock you up and say you didn't finish my job, because the contract paper that we sign is that I give you 40% mobilization.